They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make.
Hello all to another edition of Hayes Now Channel. Today I want to discuss the episode recap of Power Season 4 Episode 3. I also have predictions on this episode too that will be discussed later. First, I want to discuss at the beginning of the episode how the federal agents questioned Dre and Julio about Ghost. They also questioned Keisha about Ghost and Tasha. The federal agents later questioned them to see if James had any mentioning or thought of killing Greg Knox. Everyone was saying how Ghost is helping through their life and he is no killer. Next, Angela goes to Greg's funeral and sees Greg's friend and mentor Bailey. Sees her there and he does not look pleased. He later discussed to Mike and later sex that he can prove that Angela was the mole helping Lobos and not Greg. He meets up with Angela and tells her that he wants justice for Greg. He wants her to admit that she was the mole and she responds by saying she won't confess something she didn't do. Raina gets teased at school by a bully about Ghost and Tariq comes in for the save to get him to leave her alone. He then ditches school to play video games at home all day. Later on, he texts Kanan the elevator code to break into the bully's home to steal their possessions as revenge for picking on Raina. In prison, Tony Teresi, the man I mentioned last week, is the name of the other criminal that has been on every episode this season. He gets info on who Ghost is, and at first Ghost denies who he is. Then he later blackmails him for $20,000 sent to his home every week. If he does not do this, he will go to the jury and tell him who he really is and puts his family in danger. Greg DNA fingerprints under Ghost's fingernails is proven to be because when Greg illegally pulled James over same night he was killed, Ghost mentioned this to Angela but it was never mentioned in court. The judge sees Joe Proctor as given the upper hand because of the footage of Greg and Ghost and eventually gets thrown out of case. However, Ghost is not off scot-free because the weapon at the crime scene was found at Truth. So the DNA evidence won't be used in this case, but he's still not getting released. Now, I think this episode was a little boring and bland, but Power is still moving slow like it always does at the beginning of the season. I do think things will get hot later on. It's just everything is moving so slow. They want everything to build up like they always do. And once it does, I guess it's worth the wait later on. Now to my predictions. Keisha will break and eventually snitch on Tommy, Tasha, and Ghost. Because she is not street smart like the others. She's very concerned about her shop and her son. That's one reason why I think Tommy, not only is he sleeping with her, but that's why he's staying close to her to see what she's doing. Tommy's no fool. He knows what's going on here. So that's my prediction for that one. Next prediction is Bailey is getting very suspicious of who the mole is in that apartment. And he will catch on to Mike. And once he does, Mike will kill him like he killed Greg. Because at the end of that episode of Power, of that scene that Bailey was in, he was looking up information on Mike. So I think he's starting to get suspicious. He's starting to see what's going on here. And he knows that there's something's not right with the whole case with Greg. Ghost will eventually get out of jail, but that won't be, I believe, until the mid-season or near the end of this season. I don't see him being in jail all season and not getting out. He's going to eventually get out. It could be in the middle or the end, but if he does, someone may go down with him. If he does get out, someone's going down. Dre or Tariq is going to end up being murdered by Kanan by the end of the season. Reason for that being is Kanan right now is using both of them. He's using Dre for the money to give to him every week, and he's also using Tariq to get close to Ghost. Once Kanan uses people for what they want, what they're good for, the job is done. When the job is done, he's just going to kill them, plain and simple. So that's the type of character Kanan is. He's cold-blooded. He don't care about anybody but himself. But he's using two different characters at the same time. He's using Dre for one thing, Tariq for another. One of them is going to die. Mark my words. That's all I have for you guys today. You have any questions or comments, please put them in below. Don't forget to subscribe and put likes. Thank you. You guys have a good one.